This
board member?
is my first time. Actually, board member ako, ex officio, being the president ng mga ABC ng mga kapitan.
Barangay.
So, we have 165 barangay captains right here and I was chosen to be the president. Kaya,
165 sa isang district.
yes, so by virtue of being the president, so ako yung board member, yes, ex officio. Yes.
Okay, tapos, anong committee po natin, BM, during your term?
I have a committee on barangay affairs. Tapos members ako ng different committees. For example, committee on local good government, land use development, at saka mga iba pa. Yun.
Okay. Tapos, ano po yung mga naging mga programs and resolutions na during
Okay,
your term
this is the thing, no? Kasi the barangays right here in Occidental Mindoro, it was a long way to go for them to be recognized as very important factor in the life of our province. You know, kasi it's just a barangay eh. Hindi pinapansin. But then the thing is, it prodded me to run kasi parang we can contribute yung mga barangay sa life ng municipality and the province itself. Kasi doon nang gagaling talaga yung mga suggestions, problema ng mga tao. It's parang, kasi ang nangyayari kung minsan, it's from the top. Yung mga decisions coming from the top and then iikukan nila sa baba. So sometimes there's that dichotomy or discrepancy between kung ano yung implementation, hindi masyadong na-implement kasi hindi galing sa baba yung mga programs.
Yes.
So so right now I'm trying to assert yung change yung position from bottom to going to the top para sa ganun malaman nila governor, nila mayor kung ano talaga yung mga kailangan ng mga barangays. So my program right now is I'm prodding all the barangay captains na talagang they have to be active when it comes especially in the Municipal Development Council. Kasi doon nanggagaling kung saan ibabase yung mga projects eh. Kasi sometimes biglang babagsak sa aming mga kapitan kung ano yung mga project na yan, hindi namin alam. We did not ask for it. And sometimes yung reception ng mga kapitan at saka reception ng mga tao, hindi namin kailangan yan eh. So why is it na ibinaba sa atin? So haphazard yung paggawa ng certain project or implementation ng isang project. So what I am doing right now in the SP is magpasa ng mga resolution, for example, asking the mayor, asking the governor, asking the congressman na ito yung mga kailangan ng mga barangays. So, I myself go to the governor, Gob, ito yung kailangan ng barangay dito. Ito yung kailangan ng barangay dito. Ito yung kailangan nila. And it is changing, you know, yung mentality ng mga barangay. And at the same time too, they felt so important sa barangay ngayon ng municipality and the province. So yun ang talagang gusto ko na talagang at saka malaman nila that they are very important part of any administration or any local government unit such as municipality and province.
Doon sa implementation na BM, kailangan. Kasi bawat implementation, kinakailangan din yan ng program po.
Yes, that's right.
Yung pondo ba sapat para doon sa implementation?
Okay, the municipality kasi parang it's a piece of the pie. So, mga different barangay captains, we are vying for that pie. Sometimes kulang talaga. Even the budget of a barangay unit, kulang pa rin. So that's why sabi ko nga, we should not be contented dun sa project, dun sa budget ng isang barangay. Otherwise, wala kang ma-implement yan.
Yes.
Kung mayroon man, katiting. So that's why I said, we go to the governor, we go to the congressman. Kasi doon sa budget for example, in my barangay, I only have 11.2 million yung IRA na tinatawag or the national tax allocation. And 50% of which, yung 5.5, yung 11 million na yan, 5.5 million goes to personal servicing. So yung 5.5 million, nandun na lahat. Okay, social services, infrastructure. That's nothing. In fact, a barangay in our town, Santa Cruz, mayroon lang siyang 3.8 million. And you could just imagine, 3.8 million, 50% of which is for personal servicing. Hindi talaga kaya. So what I'm suggesting sa mga kapwa ko, barangay kapitan, is to go to the governor. Go. Kung mabigyan ka ng 2 million or 3 million project, my God, that's already 1 year budget mo. And then the congressman, sabi ko, punta kayo ka congressman, if you are given 2 million, that's already 4, 5 million. And that is more than the budget allocation you have in a year. Kailangan talaga kung yung mga kapitan that they have to think outside doon sa kanilang budgetary requirements. So that's why I'm always emphasizing sa mga kapitan natin.
So, yung iba pang budget, halimbawa, wala ba kayong nire-recommenda para makatulong yung mga senador dito sa atin?
It's so hard kasi this is an island. Okay? And sometimes if they help, ewan ko lang kung naririnig nila ang Mindoro Occidental. Yeah, sometimes they come here. For example, Senator Bongo came here, pero ang mga kanyan ay hindi sa mga barangay, but the town. Okay, kay Mayor binabagsak kung man Malasakit Center, okay, si Senator Bong Revilla, pero they do not trickle down to the barangays. That's the problem. Kaya sabi ko nga, if we could conscientize or wake up yung ng governor at the governor himself is very responsive. Kasi kapag nagkaroon ng resolution dito sa Sangguniang Panlalawigan, he will take into consideration, ito pala yung kailangan nila. So, nandun sa Municipal and Barangay Affairs Office, pupunta yon, pakibigyan nga sila ng ganito. So, at least, nakuha na. Case in point for example, yung mga kailangan ng mga barangay tanons. The vest, yung mga batuta, flashlight, or kits. First aid kits. At least dito sa province na nanggagaling yung budget. Hindi na sa barangay mismo. Because otherwise, most probably, yes, I could provide to the 59 barangay tanons that I have in my barangay. Pero the problem is, that would get away yung pera na yan na pwedeng ibigay doon sa mga taong nangangailangan. Like for example, medicine. Which is really, yun ang kinakailangan ng mga tao.